Right. Can everyone see the presentation?
Mhm.
Okay. So again, thanks everyone for coming to this meeting. Chloe and I are both super excited to be able to speak with you all. So again, my name is Brittany Owens and we're here with Chloe Rothschild. And today we're talking about Advocacy 101, what every advocate needs to know. What is on our agenda for today? We have the welcome introductions, which we already have gone through. We'll talk a little bit about what is advocacy. Then we'll talk about ways you can advocate. We'll have a little advocacy activity so everyone can have a chance to, try out their advocacy skills. And then we'll have time for questions and answers. Everything sounds good for everyone?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Awesome. Since we already did our introductions, thanks, Charlotte. Chloe, take us away with what is advocacy?
Advocacy is recommending support for policy or a specific cause that you care about. You have the power to impact change.
So what is policy? So policy can refer to laws, regulations, company policies, and so much more. So some examples are, for example, an example of policy can be bills that impact the marriage penalty. Some of you may know about the marriage penalty and how like some people with disabilities may get married and then they'll have some benefits that there are different bills currently to try to address that issue and making sure that there's marriage equality for everyone. There was also recently a regulation called Regulations 504. It came from the CMS agency, which is a government agency that addressed a lot of discrimination. Sorry, I have a husky, guys. 1 second. So also Regulation 504, like I said, it addressed a lot of discrimination for people with disabilities. And then we also have other policies. For example, like companies have policies about time off. So these are all examples of different policies in general in the world.
The 3 P's of public policy. Policy, the idea has to be more than a good idea, but it has to be beneficial to a majority of people and it needs to work. Price, even if a proposal is a good and workable idea, it won't be put into action if the price doesn't amount to the benefit. Politics, the House and Senate need to pass bills before it goes into law. People have to work across the aisle to make things better. We should reach out to our legislators, businesses, and organizations to show why support is necessary.
Thanks. And so, okay, we have someone joining us. So I don't know how many of you all may remember there was a video a long time ago which showed how bills were drafted and it was like, I'm just a bill on the hill. If not, great little video. You can probably Google or ask someone to show you it. But basically just so everyone knows like how policies work. And this also is for states too. So before you even get a bill, there's a time when there's some drafting of the bill, right? Because otherwise it's just an idea. So the staff members, the staffers of our legislators in Congress, they meet and they draft the bills. After that, we have, the 2 chambers, the House and the Senate. If the bill is cool enough, it'll go and get introduced, right? From there will be different committees that look at it. So an example of committee, it could be like a committee focused on health, education, labor. Just think of committees as like little groups of specific interests. So like, like maybe you're in school and people have interests in the drama club, like they're focusing only on drama. So the committee is only focused on whatever it is that they talk about. Floor action refers to like, is it going to pass or is it going to just die here? And dying here just means it's not going to go anywhere. That's it. And then, but if it does pass, it'll go to the other chamber and the whole process repeats again. So for example, if something passes in the House, it'll go to the Senate and the inverse happens. And then from there, right, it says governor, but obviously if it's federal, the governor would be like the president. If everything goes fine, it passes those chambers, hey, cool. President, governor, whoever, whether state or federal, can sign it into law. And then, but the president or the governor, they do have the opportunity to veto. And from that point, you know, people can try to override it. But if it's successful and everyone agrees, then the bill becomes a law. Woohoo. And so here's some ways to advocate. Chloe, if you want to start with the volunteering.
Yes. Volunteering, educating others, donating to your favorite nonprofit or business, run for office, call and email your representative, voting, advocating for change on local and state levels.
Yeah, and of course, like there's so many other ways you can advocate as well. And of course, like just to give a little bit more of information, like you can volunteer at an organization you deeply support. You can educate others either in your spare time through words. You can educate yourself through reading or looking things up online, reading different books. You can share things on social media. Donating. None of our organizations are going to last if we don't have people being able to donate to them, right? Same thing, whether it's for profit or not, money does help. Running for office, you all have the opportunity, you know, if you want to, right? I mean, it depends on different things and what you want to do. But I encourage anyone, if you want to run for office, whether that's local, state, or further, like, what's the worst thing that'll happen? You won't be voted in. Like, you know, it doesn't hurt to try. You can call and email your representatives, different ways you can contact them. And then, of course, voting. We do know there's so many barriers to voting. But if you have the opportunity and you want to exercise your right to vote, please do. And again, advocating for change on local and state levels, sharing your personal stories, how different bills will impact you for the better or the worse, definitely does impact change. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of an activity to give my voice a break and give Chloe a chance to survive, right? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. We're gonna come back, and so this activity is coming up with little slogans. And these can just be used for advocacy. For example, I think many of us have probably heard like get out the vote, or you know, nothing
About us without us.
About us, right? These are all little slogans that we all have learned to come and love, and everyone knows what they mean. So what I would like for people to do, you can either come off mute or you can use the chat, whatever is easiest for you. And you know, we may be able to get everyone. We may, because it's not too many of us. So if you want to, you can just come off mute and just ask, like, you know, either raise your hand if you can or use a function or something, and we'll call on you. And just share a slogan idea that you have based off something you care about.
Or feel free to type it in the chat.
Anybody want to go first?
I guess I will go first. My favorite advocacy slogan would be "Are you inclusive?" with the N in parentheses.
Oh,
Good one.
that's awesome. Anybody else? There are no bad slogans, right? Like, it's totally fine. You can give it your best shot, or you can share one that you like.
Someone said I'm so sorry I missed part of the meeting. What did I miss? Luckily, it's going to be recorded. I also want to mention that a part of ways to advocate is networking and reaching out in your community and speak up. Would anyone else like to share a slogan? Or something they wish was a slogan?
Cool. If you come up with any ideas, feel free to put it in the chat as we go.
Yeah.
through.
The part and when I did a lot of advocacy and speaking up was when I made like a lot of public speaking engagements where I went to the NYC to the Buddy Walk for NDSF, and I got the opportunity, and I got the damn paper and an award. What was given to me right in 2009. So with all of the advocacy work that I did, I speaked up for myself by doing all the great work that I did and the accomplishments, and I won that and I won that an award.
Cool. Very cool stuff. Great. Well, we'll get back to the presentation. And again, if you can share it throughout. All right. So let's see. Uh-oh. Let's see. Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, can people see the slides or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, yes, but it just is stuck on activity time.
Oh man. Okay. Wow. And then Zoom doesn't want to get big for me. Interesting. Wow. Never had this challenge before. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what happens if I do all this. Okay. Well, technology is just not a thing right now. Okay, so Chloe, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make you co-host. So that
Sound
we-
perfect.
Yeah, but I'm gonna see if I can come back in. See what happens. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think everything's back now. All right. Thanks for your patience. One.
I don't see the slides yet, Brittany.
No, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is so weird. Legit never had this problem
I
before.
wonder if it's something with Zoom.
Yeah, it could be a Zoom. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna come out and then come back. I'm
All
just
right.
all right, so it actually looks like my computer just doesn't want to do anything right now. It's like frozen.
Do you want me to share it?
Yeah, if you can share it, that'll.
Let's see, because, hold on, because I am on my iPad, because my computer wasn't working.
I don't know what is going on in the world right now.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. It's just a rough day.
Yeah, I guess
Oh
my
my God, right.
PM, it doesn't work.
It's no. Don't do this and just go
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got it starting, I think. I'm trying. If I can pull up the right email with it. Sorry, guys. This never happens. Like, ever.
Okay, I got it up, Chloe, I think.
Oh, good.
Good.
But keep trying just in case it doesn't want to work. Because it just pulled up and now it's like, nope, I don't want to be pulled up again. Okay, hold on. Okay, we fixed it, everyone. We fixed it. Okay, cool. We'll go back. Thanks for your patience again. All right, we have it back up, everyone. Let's see here.
Good.
Okay. Everyone can see everything now.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. All right, thanks. Well, that's just our way of spending more time with you guys. We just had a full fun session.
So, Hill meetings. This can help you find. There's a House representative link. http //www.house.gov/representatives. And there's also one for Senate. Email them or their staff, social media, phone calls, and also action alerts, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So to prepare for your Hill meetings, right? It's just like anything else in life, whether it's school or work. You want to do your homework regardless so you can get the best grade possible. So you want to do some research and you can use the websites that were there and you can look up what your legislator supports and or opposes. And that's important because say that this is an issue you want to go to them about and they already support it. So then all you have to do is probably like share a story and, confirm this is something that you want. If it's something that they oppose, maybe figure out why they oppose it. Is it financial? Do they think it's too much of an upfront cost? In that case, like, are there other places that have already done it? Is it a different state that's done it or a local city that has done it? Is there any support showing like, hey, we'll actually save money in the long run, or this will bring us more money? Just as an example. But you want to know what they support generally, whether it's the bill or it's just general understanding. When it comes to the other thing you want to know is what committee does the legislator work in, right? We don't want to go to, someone and maybe they support like, maybe they're on the health and education type of committee, but this is something about agriculture. Like, it might be a little different. So you want to know what committee they work in. Maybe they might have connections with someone in the other committee. Relationships do matter, but you want to make sure that you remember earlier, we talked about the bill drafting and how things are introduced. You want to make sure that the bill can be introduced so it can go outside and see, the light of day. The next important thing is form a connection with the staff. I mean, of course, we all would like to know these big names, whether it's like Elizabeth Warren or Lindsey Graham or whoever, right? We'd all like to know the big people that we see on TV or whatever. But forming that connection with the staff is kind of how you get there. And you can have those meetings. The staff are primarily people who are writing these bills. They're the ones who have a direct ear to the people who are representing you. So please be respectful to them, be nice to them. Sometimes understand that you may not be able to meet with them for long. You may just have like 5 to 10 minutes to tell them why they, the person they work for should support this or oppose this. So just again, doing that preparation, that homework and building connections. Again, the more connections you have, the more likely we can, get things to mobilize and be pushed. And third, you want to have a specific ask for the legislator and leave behind materials if you can. For example, say it's your birthday, right? And people are like, man, what do you want for your birthday? But you've been saying all year long, like, you know, say your kid, like, I wanted the Barbie doll house. I'm being clear, and hopefully, right, they can get you the Barbie doll house. That's something I would ask for as a kid. And I did get my Barbie doll house. But you want to be specific in what you want. So it could be like, I want you to support this legislation. I want you to introduce it. I want you to co-sponsor, find co-sponsors for it. If you can leave behind materials, I think the best practice would be to leave like just one page. These people have a lot of reading and writing to do already. So you want to make it look like a flyer. You want it to have like little facts and simple things that's easy to read, easy to understand, easy to get the point across. If you are with an organization and they have buttons, maybe leave a button behind, something to remind them of like who you are, what you support. And then Chloe's gonna give us a way for people who can get involved in action and advocacy alerts.
Text the ARC to 52886. And then please ask 3 friends to do it.
Oh yeah, this is one way you can sign up specifically for the ARC of the United States action alerts. And that's one way you can connect. You can send messages to your legislators that way through joining our action alerts. And we just talked about having Hill meetings, right? So I just wanted to also share that there's an opportunity where you can actually come and have a Hill Day. So the ARC of the United States, every year we have a disability policy seminar in DC. And it's a 3-day event. The first 2 days, you're learning a lot of information about policy and things that impact people with disabilities, whether it's learning about disability funding, whether it's learning about healthcare, and you're also learning different ways to advocate, and you can also ask questions. The 3rd day is when you take all this knowledge and you apply it, and you get to do a Hill Day, and you get to go with the state. I believe everyone here is in Virginia for the most part, yeah? So you could go and meet your Virginia representatives that way. And yeah, it's in early April, and you could
The 8th to the 10th, I think, Brittany, or 7th to the 10th.
Yeah, it's something around those times. I think you're right. And so we don't have our website up specifically for this yet, but if you sign up,
I think it's sometime in early January, right?
Yep, that's when we'll have the website up. So you can sign up, you can go to, you know, the arc.org and sign up for our alerts. So that way you'll know when you can register for this event. It's super great, one of a kind. Definitely suggest that everyone.
And it's in DC, so not too far.
Yep, it's in DC. So like I said, you can meet your federal representatives that way and get to do what you learned today. So yeah, so now we're gonna just have some time for questions and answers. And I'll stop sharing and hope that we can share the screen again, right? Let's see, I see. And we see in the chat, see that Aaron, Chloe, I don't wanna like take over the meeting. Chloe, did you wanna read what's in the chat? Or?
I would love to. Hold on, let me pull it up. Maybe. Okay. For people with intellectual disabilities have a right to vote because it is the most important thing. However, when you go to Capitol Hill and meet with your senators and representatives, you would also need to have your legal guardians and your parents with you. I think I missed some of it, but I hopefully got some of it.
Yeah, For Faith B said, lasting disabilities, we have to help. At least my church is doing it, serving them money, important things. I see that Aaron has raised their hand.
Yeah, so the reason why that I put that into the chat was that because like usually when like we are self-advocates and we normally have the comment when we go to Capitol Hill and when we meet with our senators and legislators, it's kind of like really picky because you can't really kind of like do this on your own because you have to have your legal guardians and your parents to help you with that kind of process, or else you can get into big trouble with your parents. It's something like that.
Good to know.
Oh,
Any other questions? Or
I think I see Faith had her hand up.
I was just gonna say, like the lady said, see, anything, well, like my sister did after say, about this safety and the community and everything, the law and like the United States, we live and we I guess I mean some at least but I'm saying that the law must be safe and the different we're working and some of these things just the same and
sorry, now I'm coughing. Anybody else? Well, if there aren't any more questions, I just also wanted to plug in my contact information in case you all have more questions about the Arc of the United States. Again, my name is Brittany Owens. Reach me at owens@thearc.org. Oops, I see a hand raised from iPhone.
Hi.
She's in a meeting.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Mimi. I have a son. He's 10 years old. He's Down syndrome and he has autism too. I just wanted to be advocating for them because I am a community health worker too. So I just finished my training. So anything I can help in advocated. How do I sign for the ARC community and how do I can help the community and for Down syndrome?
Awesome.
So it is government.
And also, if any self-advocates would like to come to the NCSA meeting, which is National Council of Self-Advocates, please feel free to send Brittany an email.
Yep. Chloe, you were reading my mind. That was
We
literally.
are only for self-advocates.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the only qualification, you have to have in order to join the National Council of Self-Advocates. And we have almost 400 members. We meet monthly. We talk about different things that impact people with disabilities. We have our experts from the Arc of the United States come and talk to us. And also, of course, we have different activities and discussion points so that it's not just someone talking to you, right? It's also a way for you to share a network and find community with other self-advocates. So yeah, if you'd like to join this wonderful national council, I feel like Chloe and I were just saying, hey, join the ARC in different ways. Please do.
Yes, please do join the ARC of the US or the National
Council of Self-Advocates.
Council
Thank you,
of
Starlight.
I myself am a part of both groups.
And I just put the link in the chat. to fill out. You just have to fill out, and as a friendly reminder, like we can't have parents, can't have other people. It's specifically for the self-advocates, unless obviously, you know, people are helping out. But we want to make sure it's a safe space for our self-advocates. And Charlotte's an awesome member, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yep. Thank you. And
Yes, I would like to thank our wonderful speakers. You did an awesome job. I
Yep.
also like to
yeah.
thank all of you who I came to join us and hear all this wonderful information. And I also want to thank you, Stacy, for helping to set all of this up.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Me too.
Thank you. I enjoyed learning about the art of the United States. I actually had a question. There's the Arc of the United States, and then does every state have an arc, or how does it work? I was just curious.
Yeah, well, thanks for asking, Stacy. That's a great question. So the Arc of the United States is our national office. We have almost 600 state and local chapters. We're not in every state yet, but we're in a lot of them. If you look at our website, you can find your state and local arcs. I want to say like Virginia is got a lot of good arc support there.
Right.
So yeah, but they're all over. So like say you have some family members or friends in other states, you can see if one's in your state.
Wow.
Our website.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Well, thank you all so much. It's been really great chatting with you all, and we hope to do it again sometime soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, in conclusion of this meeting, I want to say thank you to everyone, and we hope you have a nice night.
Thank
You
you.
too.